Hey guys, what's going on? It is Chris here once again, looking ahead to today's slate for the 18th of March. Once again, hopefully you guys all did pretty good last night. It was some pretty high scoring night. For the most part, our main lineup, it did cash. Scored a 357, so I'm pretty sure it cashed almost everywhere. Maybe missed out on a couple places, but overall wasn't too bad. And yeah, man, once again, 150 lineups was pretty dang solid last night. We did, single game wasn't as great as it was the night before. We had a lot of exposure to Willie Cauley Stein as a very cheap option. Not a ton of exposure, about 25%, but kind of hurt us a little bit. But besides that, it wasn't too bad. Didn't lose any money, and yeah, just to show, this was 150 lineups that I did personally, and like I said, they were all just killing it last night. Came in first place, and like I said, I only put in $7.50 in this one, and came in first place, so not too bad. So this was the three gamer. This was main slate, as you see there. Not crazy good. I mean, not crazy bad. Some of the scores were massive last night. I mean, it's 416. You came in 577, and then obviously we had our other one as well, which wasn't too bad here. So yeah, I mean, once again, I played three slates. Each one had 150 lineups. I think I put in 22 total dollars, and I won 170 or 180 bucks off literally 5 cent entries. So like I'm telling you guys, 150 lineups is the way to go. Like I said, it may be cheesy, but like I said, uh, money's money, and I'll take it for sure. One lineup, two lineups is nice, but I obviously have a lot better shot of with 150 lineups. So want to come join us for that? Would love to have you for sure. If you want to get in on our 150 lineups, come join us. All you need to do, hit us up on our Twitter. That will be down there in the comment section below. Click that link right there. Message us. We'll get you guys all set up. If you guys don't know how to do it, but you're really interested, we have a video explaining how to do the 150 lineups. It's not too hard once you get into it, but definitely worth it for sure. So hit us up on that one. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Let's go look at today's slate. We have we got a 6 game slate here today. All right, so let's go get into it. Utah and Washington, as normal. Watch out for Russell Westbrook on a back-to-back potential rest candidate. If he does rest, you got to look at Roll Neto. Let me see here. Mike Conley's out, so Joe Ingles and Clarkson definitely come into play. If you guys remember when Conley was out, about a month ago, Joe Ingles and Clarkson were pretty dang good. Ingles should get the start here, so that definitely makes Joe Ingles in play at 44. Um, Beal's okay, but in a really hard matchup here, like I think I've said before, Utah is one of the best teams against the 3-point shot, and like I said, Beal likes to take some 3-pointers. This entire Washington team loves to take 3-point shots, so yeah, they might get behind here pretty early. Mitchell, kind of your wild card play. He's been not that great recently, but who knows, man? Maybe against Washington he turns it around, but he has been all over the place, right? Scoring pretty well, but not getting a lot of assists or rebounds. So definitely has the upside, but a little bit risky. So Clarkson, Joe Ingles, my two favorites right now. I was kind of telling you guys about Rio. He came in clutch again once again last night. And then you can maybe look at Rudy. So the two I'm looking at is Joe and Clarkson, and maybe a little bit of Rudy, but 8-7 is pretty dang expensive. So those are probably the two I'm looking at. And like I said, if Westbrook's out, I'm going to be looking at Raul Neto as well. Moving on, we have OKC and Atlanta in this one. And once again, this is a big game that has a ton of question marks. Theo Maledon is questionable. Dort's questionable once again. And then we have Capella questionable again. So as normal, if these two are out again, I don't think they will, but I think one of them plays. But if they're out again, I said it before. Nathan Knight, they're still at $3,500. Nothing too crazy, but he goes out there and has a pretty good usage rate. So if you're looking for a couple one-offs and like a 150, don't mind looking at him. So it looks like Horford's going to be back, and we'll see what they do. I don't know if we'll have a starting lineup for him, but I don't know if they're going to start Moses Brown or not. I think that they should. Right, he's one of their young guys, and he has been doing pretty good for him. I could see Horford being at that power forward position. Like I said, they're trying to showcase a little bit of Horford, right? They're going to trade him, so they want to showcase him a little bit. Everyone really knows who he is, but I wouldn't be surprised here pretty soon that they stop playing Horford and look for someone to trade with, right? That's what we saw with Drummond and PJ Tucker and so on. So that's what we got going on there. Um, yeah, don't know if Mikhailu's going to play. I'll have to see. But don't really want any of these OKC guys. Shea Gilgeous got, I guess you can look at him. He's been up and down as well. So I don't really have any of these OKC guys with Horford coming back. Obviously, if Capella's out, got to look at John Collins once again. So I don't have a ton in this game. Trae Young has been absolute trash as well. So that's what we got going on there. Orlando, New York, another game with a ton of question marks. So New York has a ton of their guys out with Rose. Peyton's doubtful as well. And Emmanuel quickly is questionable as well. So if all those guys are out, Alex Burks and Reggie Bullock, they both come into play for sure at very cheap salaries. I mean, I don't even mind playing R.J. Barrett or Randall, not because they're not in like crazy good spots. It's just because quickly Rose and Peyton, all those guys combined with their usage rates pretty high, right? So a lot of these guys are going to get a couple extra shots. So I don't mind going to a couple of them. Vuk's not in a bad spot, but like I said, against New York's slower team, he's pretty expensive, so I don't think I'm going to have a ton of him. If Evan Fournier and Ross are out, once again, go look at Bacon, go look at Michael Carter-Williams as well. Like I said, they're not that great of players, but a little bit extra usage rate for those guys. So that's kind of what we're looking at there. So a ton of injuries in that one. Portland. Ooh, my bad, guys. Portland and New Orleans. So New Orleans blew it, man. They were up by a lot, and it was Dame time. If you guys saw that one, he absolutely went off. 56 and 10 for him. I do like him once again. Not a ton of studs out there that are in good spots. So you got to look at Lillard and expect his ownership to be up there. Once again, don't mind looking at Lonzo at only 6'7". McCollum played 26 minutes, so a little bit more than I thought. His shot wasn't that great. I think he can probably get you about 25-30 in this one. I think his minutes will be about 26 to 28 once again. So maybe worth a look in a couple 150s, but he's still 8'5", right? So don't think he's going to go crazy off in this one. If he does, then you're probably going to be one of the few that have him. Gary Trent, he's not bad. Still got pretty big minutes off the bench, but as McCollum continues to get minutes, Gary Trent's minutes will go down a little bit. He's still going to be part of the rotation for sure, but he'll probably sit around 25 to 28 minutes once McCollum is fully back. Another guy I don't mind looking at is Nikhil Alexander-Walker. He has came back into the rotation. Didn't play much against the Clippers here because he went out with, I think, an ankle injury or something like that. So he was back at it a couple days ago against Portland and looked pretty good. So Alexander Walker at 4.5 is in a very solid spot there. Once again, Ingram, you can look at him. Didn't look too bad. Like I said, this guy scores a ton, just needs some rebounds and assists. Let me see. How did Carmelo do coming off? He had 30, and he did okay. You can look at Carmelo at 5'3". Josh Hart, Carmelo, look at those two. Probably have Hart maybe a little bit more. Zion at 8'4". Oh man, my bad, guys. I've been up for a while. Yeah, 8'4" is pretty dang cheap for him as well. Covington, like I said, more of a defense guy, but if he gets the steals and blocks, then you're in a pretty good spot. And Cantor, Adams, both of them are iffy. Don't have to have them, but if you have to, I guess Cantor. Phoenix and Minnesota in this one. So for the most part, Minnesota was staying up with the Lakers the other day, so that's good to see. Same rotation for Minnesota. Like I said, look at Rubio, look at Jalen Noel. Look at Edwards. Like I said, they're not in a crazy good spot, but they're playing quite a bit of minutes. Over there on that Phoenix side, CP3 and Booker, they're worth a look. If you're doing 150 lineups, don't mind a couple shots at Cameron Payne. Especially if this one's a blowout, I could see him playing a couple extra minutes as well. Dario, maybe he might get you 17, 18. And Townsend, Ayton, Eight's not playing a ton of minutes here. They have so many bigs, so that's the only bad thing about Aiden, and he gets into foul trouble. So Towns and Aiden, both of them are a half decent. Uh, if you want to go that way. Charlotte and the Lakers. Charlotte got, for the most part, absolutely destroyed last night to Denver. They did not look great at all. Hopefully they come out with a little bit more energy here to take it on the Lakers. Obviously, Lakers are a lot better team, but Charlotte could stay in this one. Maybe for the most part. Lamelo Hayes kind of went down a little bit, 29 and 19 in his last two, 25 and 22 minutes. I'm not sure if he's been getting foul trouble or what. So little iffy on that one. Did a Schroeder, obviously, don't mind looking at him. And cash games at 5'9". Terry Rozier was the only bright spot last night, 21, 5 and 4. Don't mind looking at him. And then Horton Tucker. So these two games have been, for the most part, blowouts against Golden State and Minnesota. When Minnesota was close in that game, Horton Tucker was still playing half decent minutes. So maybe Vogel is starting to give Tucker a couple more minutes and finally realizing that he's better than KCP and Wesley Matthews. Kind of surprising, but yeah. Um, anyway, yeah, Horton Tucker, like I said, the only thing I'm worried about is Vogel randomly playing him 15 minutes, but this could be a blowout as well, and I think, Horton Tucker's looking pretty good in that rotation, so got to look at him at 3-7. LeBron, got to look at him. Hayward, GPP play. Got to look at Kyle once again at 6,000. Did do crazy against Minnesota. Still scored quite a bit of points, but didn't have any rebounds or assists. But I don't mind looking at him. And then once again, gotta look at Harrell, right? Like I said, they're finally playing the dude, finally realizing that he's actually a good player when you give him minutes. So almost probably the lock of the night right there at 6-7. So that's what we got going on there. Let's see what we can do for you. All right, so I don't mind going to Clarkson or Joe Ingles. Honestly, up to you guys. Clarkson more of a pure shooter, but Ingles could be half decent. So we're gonna go put Clarkson in there. I don't mind obviously looking at Lillard. I don't mind going Lonzo, Dennis Schroeder, Rubio. Those guys right there. Those are probably your main guys to look at. Shooting guards. No one too crazy. These guys are all shooters, right? Mitchell, Shea, Booker, and Edwards. So they all could take a crap on you, but kind of have to pick one of them, I feel like. You got Clarkson there. Like I said, if Quickly's out, I would definitely go Burks over Clarkson. Then you got Nikhil Alexander Walker as well, so if you don't want to put in Clarkson, Alexander Walker or Burks, both those guys are good play. Joe Ingles, so definitely some pretty good value. And also, like I said, you got Horton Tucker as well down there. Moving on to the small forward position, don't mind going to LeBron James here. Josh Hart, another guy that I don't mind in the cheaper area. Carmelo could be half decent. We got 5.2 per player. Not too many cheap power forwards out there that I'm really caring for. Probably go look at Kyle and probably Collins or something like that, and that gives you 3-7. So got to change things up a little bit. Like I said, you can go down to Horton Tucker from Alexander Walker. You don't have to go Lonzo if you don't want to. Dennis Schroeder, Rubio, those guys are in pretty good spots as well. So definitely a couple ways to go here tonight. So, but yeah, like I said, if Capella plays, I'm not too high on Collins. I'd probably go to like a Zion or something like that. Zion, like I said, he's always iffy though. But as you can see, there's not a ton of cheap power forwards out there, so kind of have to spend up. Like I said, like a Collins, Randall, Zion Collins, Kyle Collins combo, like I said, depending on Capella. So, yeah, that's what we got going on. As normal, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. I appreciate that quite a bit, and also hit that sub button as well. We will be doing NBA FanDuel lineup advice videos almost every single day for you. And like I said, 150 lineups was not too bad last night. We did the single game and wasn't too bad. This is the single game one right here. Almost all of them did cash, so not too bad. Like I said, only playing the 5 cent contest, so obviously the winnings aren't too sexy. But the bigger picture is how many cash, and that's obviously what you're looking for. So like I said, this was main slate yesterday. Then this was late night, and late night we did takedown right there. So as normal, if you guys are interested in the 150 lineups, all you need to do hit us up on our Twitter. That will be down there in the comment section below. Click that link, it takes you right to us. Send us a message, we'll get you guys all set up. Like I said, if you don't know how to do 150 lineups but want to learn to do it, we have a video for you guys. We'll send that to you, and it breaks down how to import the lineups. So that's what we got going on. All right, guys, that is it. I have some family coming into town. Also, it's my little guy's birthday, so I might, well, see how many videos I will be able to do. Like I said, we got some family coming in and birthday party, so I might have a couple throughout the week. We'll just have to see how many I do, but just keep a heads up on that one. So, all right, guys, once again, that is it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys a little bit later on.